What's up, YouTube? This is Cooking with Doug. I'm back again with my Instant Pot Pro Plus. Today for you guys, we're going to make some smothered pork chops. Now these are thick pork chops, and because we're pressure cooking them, you definitely want them to be thick, because if they're thin, it wouldn't make sense to pressure cook them. You can air fry them, stove top fry, pan fry them. You can throw them on your grill, etc. There's no need to pressure cook them. It would dry it out and it would be chewy, etc. But thick is the way to go if you want to put it in a pressure cooker. Now the benefit of the pressure cook is it's going to be, we're going to sear it on the outside and it's going to be super tender in the inside. So yeah, keep it interesting to you guys. I'm going to combination cook it with some potatoes. These are some golden potatoes. I'll probably, make 3 or 4. Make some mash to go with this. Let me give these a wash real quick. And by the way, too, guys, you can do boneless pork chops as long as they're just as thick as well. Yeah, just cook in less time. Anyway, I want to put this on saute mode because I'm going to season my pork chops right now. I don't let my pork chops marinate because pork chops to me already have a flavor to it. You're just adding to it. It's not like a chicken breast or anything like that. To me, I think pork chops just already have a built-in flavor. So you don't have to go crazy. To me, you don't have to go crazy. So anyway, I'm going to put it on saute and let's get seasoning our pork chops. And it's going to be really simple. I'm going to do this to both sides, by the way, guys. And I got my Evo Oil Sprayer in the house. If you do not have an oil sprayer, definitely check the link in the description. This is an awesome sprayer. You buy it once, you won't have to worry about buying one ever again, or for a very long time. And I'm just going to put my go-to seasoning, which is pink salt, black pepper, and garlic. Real simple, guys. But again, you can put whatever seasoning you like or normally use on your pork chops. I just keep it simple. At least for pork chops anyway. Get the sides and all that good stuff. We're doing this to both sides. Alright guys, we're all seasoned up and looks like the Instant Pot is all fired up, ready to saute on high. So let's get them in there. Alright guys, about 3 minutes have passed. Let's go ahead and give it a flip. You know what? Alright, so this one's done. I might be able to get 2 in there. I'm going to try and get 2 in there next time. The next 2. Let's try that. Alright, let's try and get 2 in there. There you go. And by the way, these are bone-in chops, by the way. Forgot to mention that in the beginning. So yeah. Alright, I went ahead and turned off the Instant Pot because we're going to deglaze at this point. I have a 1.5 cups of liquid. I made my own chicken broth. I just used 2 tablespoons of this in there. Or if you have chicken broth, however you do it, bouillon or stock, whatever. It's all good. Or just water is fine. Well, broth is more flavor. Let's pour that in there immediately. And use your tongue to deglaze everything up. 2 reasons why you want to get everything up. Hold on, let me answer my phone. 2 reasons why you want to get everything up from the bottom is because if you don't, it may give you an error message when you're pressure cooking. And then 2, that's added flavor. So you definitely want to get everything up anyway, so we can pressure cook what we need to pressure cook. All right. Here's where it's going to get interesting, guys. I got this rack here. I don't know where I got it from. It's from one of my previous gadgets. I'm just going to put it in there like that. Gives me clearance from the liquid. And I'm going to add my potatoes. I'm gonna put 2 on there really fast so it doesn't tilt over. Okay. I'm just trying to get all of it in there. I don't know. It can touch the water, the potatoes. I just, when I'm making my potatoes in the pressure cooker, I don't want them to touch the water. I don't know why. That's just my personal preference. It's kind of weird, I guess, but it is what it is. And this is the rack that came with my Instant Pot. I'm sure you have one similar to it as well. And I'm going to put my chops right on it. One of the cool things about pressure cooking as opposed to cooking in the oven or even air frying is that you can stack your whatever you're cooking on top of each other and it'll still cook evenly. It'll still pressure cook everything evenly. So I could have had 6 pork chops instead of 3. I could have had 6, stacked them on top of each other, and it would pressure cook. It would have pressure cooked all of them evenly. Whereas an air fryer or oven, you have to space them out and make sure, and flip them and do all that stuff. So anyway, let's get the lid on. All right, we are ready to pressure cook. So I'm going to hit pressure cook. I am going to change the time to, oops, didn't mean to do that. We're going to change the time to 15 minutes. We're going to do 15 minutes with a 10-minute natural release. So pressure is high, venting. I don't want quick. I want natural. And yeah, that should be good. So I'm going to hit start. And I'll be back when we come to pressure, guys. By the way, guys, while this is coming to pressure, I just wanted to let you guys know that, in my opinion, this is the best standalone pressure cooker that you can buy in 2021 and 2022. Not sure exactly when it came out, but definitely for 2022, this is the best standalone pressure cooker. All digital. It doesn't have a valve, guys. It just goes to seal and it releases by itself. And it even has this valve release guard. So if any splatter happens, it contains that as well. So it's really hands-free. So if you were to ask me in 2022, what's the best standalone pressure cooker? Absolutely Instant Pot Plus. Link will be in the description. And Instant Pot Pro Plus. That's what it is. Okay. All right, guys. Pressure is building. You hear it? All right, we're at pressure. So I'll be back in 15 minutes. Well, I'll be back in 15 minutes to let you know we're going to natural release for 10 minutes. Okay guys, we're almost done the regular 15 minutes of pressure. And like I said, we're going to do a 10-minute natural release where we just, like I said, for instance, if you don't have this Instant Pot, you would just leave it on keep warm and it's going to count up for 10 minutes. Or it'll just keep counting up, but you're going to manual release it after it hits the 10-minute mark. And that's what we're going to do today. Alright, so I'll be back in 10 to manually release. Alright guys, we're about to hit 10 minutes. Oh, we're at 10 minutes, so I'm just going to hit cancel and release the pressure. Hey guys, this is what we're looking like. This could be you. Alright, took the pork chops out. Now I'm going to take the potatoes out and immediately make my mash. I'll put in some Tupperware, guys, and I'm just going to smash it. I'm going to add some butter, heavy cream, all that good stuff. Perfect, homemade, easy mashed potatoes. Alright guys, we're almost done. I'll take this out. It's not hot, but I'll just use the tongs just for safety. I'm going to add some heavy cream to give it some nice color. And then I'm going to add some cornstarch. You didn't have to do it in that order. You could add some cornstarch and fired it up to let it thicken, but I'm just gonna do this first. Let me get my tongue and give it a whirl, see how it looks. Yeah, add a little bit more. We should be good to go. And you know, taste it. I tasted the chicken broth before I turned the camera on and before I added the heavy cream, and it tasted fantastic. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder to it, and we're good to go. At this point, add whatever you feel it needs. I'm gonna add some mushrooms and onions to this after I put the cornstarch in. So this is 1/4 cup of cornstarch. I'm gonna add some cold water and mix it up. But if you didn't have cornstarch, or if you didn't want to use cornstarch, you can add some Parmesan cheese in there. But I don't know if you want your smothered sauce to taste like Parmesan cheese, sort of. But you could, that'll thicken it up as well. Sometimes I do that. It tastes fine to me, but you know, just depends on what you want your sauce to taste like. All right, got my slurry in there. I just turned the pressure cooker on high, saute high, should I say? And when it gets to a rumble, I'm gonna add my onions and mushrooms in there while it thickens up, and I'll let that go for about 2-3 minutes. Then turn it off and let it thicken, and then add back in my pork chops and take a pick, and we're gonna get eating. I'll throw some broccoli in the microwave on the side to complete this meal. Then this will be a late lunch for me. Yeah. All right. So like I said, I'm gonna add my onions and mushrooms. So this is like a medium white onion. I like white and red onions, guys. Now I'm gonna add my mushrooms. All right. I'm gonna turn off the heat. Hit cancel. And let it thicken on up. Alright, 10 minutes have passed, guys. And this is the consistency that I want. So, I'm going to put my chops in, take a pick, and we're going to get eating. My subscribers know what I'm about to say. This could be you. Shout out to my viewers and subscribers that hit the like button way before my videos even finished. I appreciate that. I am ready to eat, guys. Alright guys, you saw the paper towel go up. That means it's time to eat. I went a little crazy on the gravy, I know guys, but I like gravy. I like it to be smothered, truly smothered. We're going to take a bite, just regular for now. Then we'll put some mash on it. But as always, you first. You got it? Oh, yeah, that's good. Melt in your mouth. Juicy, flavorful, tender, moist. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend any other way if you have thick cut pork chops. I wouldn't recommend any other way. You try this. You got it? That's good, man. That is good. I mean, oh, that's the bone. Get another piece out here, guys. It is so juicy, so moist. Let's get, some of you wanted some mushroom on there, some onion on there. Let's get some broccoli on there. Let's get everything on there. It's your big bite. Get this. You got it? That's good. Well, that was fun, guys, and tasted absolutely fantastic. And again, this recipe is just for thick cut pork chops, whether it's boneless or bone in. Mine was bone in, but you can do boneless. Boneless would be take 5 minutes off, do 10 minutes with a 10-minute natural release. But of course with bone in, 15 minutes and then a 10-minute natural release. Now the reason why we don't do thin, because it takes about 6 minutes to come to pressure. So by the time you cook it for any amount of time, it will dry it out and it'll be chewy and all that stuff. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. And if you got thin pork chops, throw it in your air fryer. It take about 7 minutes. It's at 400, no preheat. So thin pork chops are very easy to make. So don't do that in the pressure cooker. But of course, the thick cut takes a little longer, and it'll take thick cut in the air fryer. It takes longer than 7 minutes. But if you keep it too long, you'll dry it out. It's easier to dry out thick cut than thin cut in the air fryer. So that's why thick cuts I prefer to do in the pressure cooker. But anywho, I'll leave everything I did in the description so you can follow along. And also I'll leave in the description a link to this Instant Pot Pro Plus, which I believe, like I said before, is the best standalone pressure cooker that you can buy in 2022. Now there's other pressure cookers that can, multi cookers that can air fry and all that. I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about for pressure cooking. If you have your air fryer or you don't want an air fryer and you just want to pressure cook, this machine is the best that you can buy in 2022. So click the link, look at all the features and functions for yourself, and don't be afraid of success. Pick it up. That's all I got, guys. Look out for more Instant Pot Pro Plus videos in the future, as well as other gadgets, because you know how I roll. So hit like if you like it. Remember to subscribe. If anything, hey, thanks for just even looking at my video, y'all. It's Cooking with Doug. We out.